Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the Minnesota Timberwolves have officially signed Derrick Rose for the remainder of the NBA season. So, you know, when Derrick Rose was that first free agent, a lot of people thought that he was actually going to sign with this team anyway, because, like, you know, it's got Taj Gibson and Tom Thibodeau, and it's got Jimmy Buckets on the team. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves actually said they were not going to sign Derrick Rose. Well, it turns out, guys, that was not true, as they just signed him. I don't know what the actual contract is. I gotta imagine it's probably like a minimum deal or something like that. But for this video, guys, we are going to see exactly what this team is getting with Derrick Rose and exactly how he is going to affect this team going into the rest of the NBA season. You know, a team that's really looking to make some noise in the NBA playoffs. So yeah, so Derrick Rose, as of right now on 2K, is a 76 overall player. I mean, like, he's not a great shooter. Like, his mid-range game's nice, 86 for that, you know, in 2K, but his three-point shot, never been a great three-point shooter. Still a guy that can, like, attack the basket, and I feel like if he's playing about 20 minutes per game, that's going to be okay for this team. You know, he's going to bring a nice spark off this bench, especially since, you know, Jimmy Buckets is out probably till the NBA playoffs, maybe even a little bit longer with that injury that he had, you know, earlier on. So, yeah. Derrick Rose, though, for this NBA season, it says Utah, but we all know he did not play a single minute there because, you know, he was on the Cavaliers, got traded to Utah. Utah waived him right away. But yeah, so for this NBA season, in like a limited amount of games, because he hasn't played like a ton, you know, 10 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, turnovers at 2 a game, so it's not great. But the thing is, though, I think the thing that people are really looking out for is seeing, like, if he actually gets, like, some significant minutes, if he actually plays nicely with Thibodeau out there, as far as, like, him being his coach again. Last season on the Knicks, he averaged 18 points, 4 or 5 assists per game, about 4 rebounds a game, shot 47% field goal, so it's like Derrick Rose still has potential to put up some nice minutes out there, you know what I'm saying? So, and who, guys, wouldn't this be absolutely crazy? Just absolutely crazy if for some way, somehow he ended up playing like MVP Derrick Rose again. I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like that time is in the past, but it would be very fun to see. So yeah, let's go ahead, guys, and simulate the rest of this NBA season, see how this team does out there. What do you guys think? When it comes to Derrick Rose on the Timberwolves, do you guys like the signing, or do you think it's kind of a waste of a roster space? My thoughts is that, you know, it's for the rest of the season. Just because the guy is on a roster does not mean that, like, that he has to play, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he goes out there, he plays like trash, it's like, okay, we got him for the rest of the season for a little bit of money. So far, the simulation's not liking the Timberwolves very much. But yeah, so I feel like it's kind of a low-risk move, and if he comes up, you know, somehow can get you about 10 to 13 points off that bench, you know, about 20, 25 minutes per game, all of a sudden it's a W. Because I'm not going to say, like, Jeff Teague is, like, light years ahead of Derrick Rose when it comes to talent. So who knows, like, maybe Derrick Rose starts balling out, all of a sudden he gets that starting spot, and then all of a sudden Chicago Bulls fans are also, you know, all of a sudden Minnesota Bulls fans or something like that. Okay, but for the record on the season, 46 and 35, so simulate through date, and a W right there. As far as the awards go, I guess I'll show them to you guys. Like to see all the stuff out there, but not really gonna change much in the video right here. So yeah, we got Jimmy Buckets making all defensive team. I actually am going to heal him real quick, just because, like, I do think he's gonna be back for playoffs, and I want to see this team at full strength. I don't know, man. I'm really liking this team a lot, like, when they're fully healthy and everything. I really do think, like, Derrick Rose has some pretty good, like, pick-and-roll opportunities with Karl-Anthony Towns, because, like, Karl-Anthony Towns can, of course, stretch the floor very nicely for a center. So, I don't know. I feel like this team has enough, like, shooters around it that it's going to be okay, because the thing about Derrick Rose is a lot of times he was playing with Dwayne Wade, and both those guys were not great spacers on the Cleveland Cavaliers, so it never really worked out. So, I don't know, man. Let's go ahead here and check out Derrick Rose's stats, you know, see how he did, like, in these last month and a half of the NBA season. Go to split stats here. Okay, so it says in March and April, which is when he was signed, roughly about 13 to 14 points per game. Assist game still not all that great, but I really think that the mentality of Derrick Rose is going to be, okay, come off our bench, score some points. Field goal percentage up to 52% right there, 42% from 3, so he actually was shooting the 3 ball pretty okay, like actually really okay. I know the April games, they're not really a ton of them right there, so it's not a great sample size, but still 42%. We talking like Klay Thompson, like career average right there. So yeah. Okay, I don't expect that at all, but I do expect him to get about 10 points per game, you know, as the backup point guard. Let's check out the rest of the player stats out here, see how everybody else did, and, you know, numbers looking like this. And I don't know, guys, I think this team right here, I don't think they are a championship caliber team, but I definitely think they could at least make it to the second round of the playoffs, probably losing a 6-game series, you know, to like the Houston Rockets or Golden State Warriors, whatever team it would be. But here we go. They do have the San Antonio Spurs first round, so if Kawhi Leonard is back, that's more of a interesting series. If not, then I think Minnesota definitely wins that. Simulate current round, and okay, come on. Oh my, okay guys, yo, 2K simulation, no respect for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So in this simulation, Kawhi Leonard is actually back, which makes sense because he is fully healthy. So I don't know, who would you guys have in a series? Kawhi Leonard in the Spurs, or I don't want to see Derrick Rose in the Timberwolves because it's not his team. And that's another thing, guys. Oh my god, 1 for 9 that final game, 140 to 129. That's the thing, Derrick Rose has to go into this team with the mentality, like, it's like, yes, you are playing with Jimmy Butler again, you are playing with Taj Gibson, your former coach, but guess what? You're no longer the former MVP, man. Like, you are the former MVP. Like, yeah, you have that award and everything, but you are now Derrick Rose, the role player. You are Derrick Roll, not Derrick Rose, role player. So you got to go out there with that mentality. Don't try to make this your team. Don't mess up that bitch-ass chemistry, man, because it will not end for you very nicely in the end. Because, guys, this right here is a trial period for Derrick Rose. This is a chance for people to go out there and be like, hey, this is a guy we still want to sign to our team. He's only going to be 30 next season. It's not like he's old or anything. So I don't know, guys. I think it's an interesting signing. It'll be fun to watch Derrick Rose play some of his former teammates again. Anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. And peace out, my friends.